What is going on, YouTube? It is your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, or catch me online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. Today you are looking at these are the coolest pictures. These the lunar orbiter that was put up in 66 and 67, and it took pictures of pretty much the whole moon, and it processed it and sent it back. It was an amazing setup how this actually worked, but you can see the lines, how each of the film strips come up. But you are looking at a supposed alien base that is on a flattened mountain, or a artificial mountain that is in the shape of the face on Sedona and Mars. If you look, this is the moon, but that's the similar shape how it goes up. I'm going to pull you out here. That's for the people that want to come and get the quick picture and look on out. What I think's neat about these pictures, and I'm gonna go here's the you know, I do this every time. I don't Photoshop stuff. I always put the links up here, and I do this for fun. I get so many people that come to the channel and like you know, oh, I hope you need to get out and get a life, and it's like, I have plenty to do. I work. I'm an IT director for a health company. You know, we've got like 400 employees that I'm in charge of the computers, websites, networks. I do that all day long. I've got a girlfriend. I've got a band. I got plenty of stuff to do, people. I've been looking at these pictures since I was 19, 20 years old. I'm 32 now. I just love looking at them, and that's why I mark them entertainment. This is fun to me. I'm equating what I see in my head. What you see might be different, but you know, more power to you. So, and if you leave good comments, let us know what you think below on my comments. Go through my videos, check it out, let me know what you guys think it is. And please, if you're going to be indignant, just get on out of here. You know, there's no need to be rude, there's no need to be anything. If you don't like the stuff, just go. You know, some people hang around it too. But alright, enough of that. So I thought these are cool. These pictures are really badass. I mean, for 66 and 67, this was, you know, top stuff. Let me give it a little sharpness, and let's go ahead and go. Now, this whole complex is really neat to me. You know, with the lunar orbiter, you really don't have a good scale, so that's one thing that stinks right off the bat. But if you look at this, just this area in general, you've got a lot of craters. Now, a lot of them seem to be flattened off, like down on where the Nazca lines are. That there's a couple of the plateaus that look like they're totally flattened off. But as you see, you've got normal craters here that, you know, come to the point at the top. This is interesting right here. How this? Okay, let's go to this main anomaly first. The so-called part of the base. Now, I must say that is an interesting. If that was a meteor that hit and made that. It really looks like the Sedona. Every time I see it, I think of the Sedona head, you know, the face on Mars. But it's just pretty cool. It looks like, you know, goes up, flattens out. On it, you've got, you know, a couple structures here, and it is probably buried in lunar dirt. Maybe not. I mean, look at this. This thing here looks like it could be a machine or something on it. Who knows what this stuff is for? What's up there? If they were as symbolic as the early people on Earth were. You know, we had some really awesome carvings, awesome pyramids here on Earth. Very artistic, very cultured. I wonder if Mars was like that at any time. I think most of the people who've come to see my videos are all in agreement that Mars could have definitely sustained life. If it can today, I'm sure it's not the type of life that we would think as, you know, we have here on Earth. But let me come out from this a little bit. I thought that's cool, and I gotta stop moving around when I'm talking. I'm sorry, I'm so used to just hitting my trackpad and going through things. But let's take a look at some of these other. See, this is a perfectly rounded, it's not flat on top, but then, you know, another rounded one, another rounded one, but then you come to another rounded one, another rounded one. I mean, they're all rounded. Another rounded one where you've just got, you know, the top. Then you've got a couple of these where they come up and they're flattened, and then they've got little another little dome or something on top of them. And that's not the only one. Look at this. We're talking and I don't know what this is. This is something from the film right here that had bled through the picture, so don't let that get into the view. But see how that's been, looks like it's been flattened out at the top. And there's, I know that can happen. It's just interesting that everything doesn't look like that in this one region. I know every asteroid impact is not the same, so they're all going to be a little bit different. But I just thought it was interesting that some seem to be flattened out. There seemed to be an actual like a what's the word I'm looking for? See this? See how there's banding, or 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe this was, let's just say this was a row of housing somewhere, right? And it's just been either long covered over or buried, or maybe not. Maybe it's all underground. If you lived on the moon, maybe because there's no atmosphere, maybe you have to live underground. And here's another of the flattened out ones. I think that's a really good look. So I mean, you have, it's not as look at that. Look at the shapes on this one that's been flattened out. Just kind of candy caned. Let's see if we pump it up a little bit. Maybe give us a little bit more of the contrast. But download this picture. There's 3 good pictures there. One of the other ones I'm going to do a whole nother video on. I've got so many of these lunar orbiter pictures on my website. If you go to my website, click on moon anomaly, or click on the pictures for the moons, and then go like 5 or 6 pages in, you're going to find all sorts of stuff here on the moon. And it gives you the picture names. So if you're another researcher, help me make these videos. There's not a lot of these old, and I understand why there's not. And you see this stuff right here? This is from the film processing. Since it was done up there, a lot of the stuff spilled onto the films, and that's what that's from. But so here's another thing I thought that was neat. Okay, so you've got this right here is on top of this crater. So it's like a crater on a crater. Now you've got these 2 things coming out the back, like maybe under here is an entrance. Maybe that's 3 levels. So we don't know how tall this is. Let's picture this. This is a 3-story mall, and under it is, the mall spread out, 5 or 6, 7 times, So what if you could get in and live under this? What if that's all hollowed out? Which can easily be done. I mean, look at the caves they just found in Turkey and or in India. My Lord, it's amazing what's over there. At Darren Kuyu, oh my goodness, check that stuff out if you haven't seen it. But then over here, you've got another one of these flattened out, and some interesting, interesting little random tidbits there. But anyway, that's the lunar base. I shouldn't have spent this much time on it anyway. It's not too cool, but it's pretty cool. And a lot of these old lunar, like I said, this is 66, 67. This was like the stuff back then. And it's a real photograph. A lot of the satellite pictures come back. They're not like a photograph what we think of. They're done through computers. It's done through analyzing instruments. This was, what we see with our naked eye pretty much. And the only other thing I thought, one thing about this is how it comes off to this side. This right here reminds me of just some of the pyramid structures that over in Giza on the plateau. Just how it's kind of laid out there. Anyway, much love, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Hit subscribe, share my videos. We've got a lot this to do. I'm getting pumped up and getting a lot of hits lately. A lot of good comments. A lot of random trolls that come running in after your videos start taking off. But take it easy. Have a good night. Have a good day, good evening, good midday, whatever you're doing right now, whatever time of the world you're in, whatever place of the world you're in. Much love.